Okej gott folk, Johan Ahlberg på Fastbikes.se sitter här med Graham Jarvis som ni alla kanske känner till från många YouTube och Facebook-klipp. Han är en av världens absolut mest framgångsrika extremenduroförare, men har också en bakgrund som trailåkare. So Graham, I know you are kind of one of the oldest guys out there now, very experienced enduro rider, I must say. But you have a background as a trials rider. You have won like 5 times English.
My history's from trials. I started when I was 10 years old, progressed to World Championship, reached number 4 in the world, and won British Championship 5 times. But I think it's always a good starting point, with the trials background. But in England, the trials were quite long cross-country trials. The traditional stuff was maybe, so a lot of them are 40 miles, big lap cross-country. So between the trial sections, you'd have the bit of cross-country. So I think that's definitely helped me.
Yeah.
And like for the Scottish 6 days, 100 miles a day, and for only 30 sections. So I have a lot of riding cross-country.
Yeah.
So the change to enduros became pretty natural, really.
Yeah. But I know that you told me earlier that you do about 12 races a year or something like that. So it's about 1 race every month. But between that, do you have so much routine, or are you like out training every day, or?
Yeah, not training every day. As an older guy, you have to rest a little bit more. Plan your training a little bit more. Do some local races, because I think the best training's racing. We have local races, 2.5-hour races here, scramble.
Yeah.
So that's perfect training, and just try and stay fit and healthy and in good condition.
But if you take 1 week, when you train, is it running, cycling, or is it that kind of
Well,
stuff?
it depends what race is coming up, because the hard enduros, every race is different. Some are 1 day, just 2-hour races, and then others, Romaniacs, up to 8 hours a day for 4 days. So it depends what race. But with the training, always mixing it up. You need every aspect of fitness is what we do. So just challenging the body all the time.
Yeah.
But keep progressing.
These days, do you still do a lot of bodybuilding stuff? Weightlifting and that kind of stuff, or do you get that from the riding?
A little bit from the weights, yeah. If normally, as it's leading up to a race, do more riding on the bike closer to the race. But I'm naturally quite a thin guy, so I try and keep a bit of muscle up. And as you get older as well, your muscles deteriorate.
It's harder
so keep the.
But are you thinking? Are you a healthy person? Do you?
Yeah, I'm not scientific about what I eat and stuff, but just trying to stay off the junk food and. Still eat, some nice stuff.
Yeah. But when you are out, for example, training in front of we take a Battle of Whitings, for instance. Do you always have on Monday I will go training on that kind of stuff to be better prepared on rocky parts, or you just go out riding, having fun, or?
Yeah, normally, it's pretty focused. Normally I'll do maybe an hour session, build up to 2 hours hard riding, but not too many real long sessions.
Yeah.
And it depends on the race, but
But still doing a lot of trial riding, or?
So not so much really extreme stuff. Probably only Ahlberg where I'll make a track that's really, really difficult. But apart from that, I'll make something, it's technical, but still you can ride it, still flowing, and do it a bit more, go for hard for 1 hour.
But I think you said to me you prefer when it's mixed in the race between fast and technical.
Even in Ahlberg it starts off a little bit fast, but that's the only race that's really, really technical, I think. The other races, there's always some fast riding as well, so mixing it up and makes it more fun. That's what I love about the sport, It's got so many different aspects of riding.
Yeah. So when I ask you to come to Sweden and race in November, Kåsan, you maybe will think about it.
Yeah, I want to come.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a cool race.
Yeah.
And it's always good to go somewhere new.
Yeah. And I also know that you are maybe interested in like having some kind of school, like learning people riding better.
Yeah, I've been to some different countries, you know,
Yeah.
with Husqvarna and you know, teaching some guys different. You know, it's amazing around the world. Everybody knows the hard enduros now,
Yeah.
so and everybody wants to learn it. So it's good, and it's good
Yeah.
fun going new places, and sometimes just go out,
Yeah.
a bunch of guys, go for a ride out, have fun,
Yeah.
teach them some stuff.
And I mean, you were the winner of Battle of Vikings this summer. And what do you think in general of the race? Is it compared to other races?
Well, it's a cool race because the spectators can see the riders quite a lot. You know, some like Romaniacs, people don't really see what we're doing too much. So it's a good atmosphere, and yeah, and you're riding with the amateur riders as well. So that always makes it exciting.
Yeah, but is that like? Do you see it as a problem? Because I know this year, for example, you used one bike as a platform for coming further. I saw. It was not my bike. I was not even racing. But I mean, maybe that was because there were struggling happy amateurs in front of you, and you wanted.
Yeah, you know, it's not something I normally do, but you know, it's just the reaction at the time. You just when your adrenaline's pumping, you just want to win. So I think the guy was okay. But
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I spoke to him after. I apologised.
But during that kind of races, how much influences from the spectators reach? I mean, do you hear and see the spectators?
I always go faster when I see spectators.
Yeah.
Or cameras. You always go faster.
Yeah. That's good.
But it's cool because you know, you're riding with the other riders. Sometimes in Romaniacs or Roof of Africa, you can be riding for hours and you don't really see anybody.
Yeah,
so
that's true. Yeah.
you know, it's a bit more easy to motivate.
Yeah.
So you know, if you're on your own, sometimes you have to keep talking to yourself.
Yeah, you do that. You
you know,
you use different kind of words.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes, you know, when you watch the GoPros back, you can hear me shouting sometimes at myself. It's just to motivate myself because when you're on your own, sometimes you know you feel yourself start to relax and slow down a little bit too much. So you have to, you know, shout and encourage yourself.
I know you prefer the two-stroke, the 300 TE, but are you that kind of guy that is really into setting up the bike? Like, are you really sensitive about how the bike is set
No,
up,
not
or?
too much. You know, the thing with hard enduros is you can never get the bike perfect for every scenario. So normally they're long hours, so we're trying to have a bike that feels good, easy to ride.
More comfort. Or?
Yeah, and then you know we adjust it a little bit to suit different races, but we never change too much. I prefer just to keep the bike the same the whole season. Because you can just you learn to ride what you know. And
but for example, your personally bike, what is the big changes from the stock bike?
Well, we got the FMF.
Yeah.
So makes a little bit difference, and suspension. We've got the aftermarket suspension on it.
Yeah.
So makes a big difference. You know, when you get to the top level, it's just small changes.
Yeah.
It's going to make.
So the engine is kind of beside of the FMF.
Yeah, the engine's more or less standard. We just adjust obviously the power valve springs. We can, depending on the race, a little bit. Sometimes I normally run the middle spring. But if it's a faster race, go with the softer one.
But about like handlebars and that kind of stuff and seating, and you're not really like I need that kind of seat or I need that kind of handlebar or.
No. In general, we just stay with this more or less standard sort of settings.
Yeah.
And in a seat, you can have a higher seat. Like in Poland, we run a higher seat for the motocross style stuff. But we can adjust the suspension a little bit, the spring, the tension on the spring, just real small changes, just to to make it. It's just psychological.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But I mean, some guys are really sensitive about this.
Yeah, that's it.
But okay. Thank you, Graham.
Thank you.